I, 28 male, work in forensic accounting. I literally get paid to find money that people try to hide. It's a job that makes you cynical, but I never thought I'd have to run an audit on my own relationship. I'd been with my girlfriend, 26 female, for 3 years, and we'd lived together for 1. I thought things were good, but it turns out she wasn't looking for a partner. She was looking for a retirement plan she didn't have to work for. The shift happened fast. She started hanging out with a new crowd, and suddenly my comfortable salary wasn't enough. She wanted an SUV, a house in my name that she'd live in, and designer bags. It peaked on a Tuesday when she walked into my home office and demanded full access to my primary checking and brokerage accounts. She told me, "Give me the passwords or we're done." It's about trust. I told her, "We're done then. I don't bluff when it comes to my security." She laughed, packed a bag, and told me I'd be begging her to come back by the weekend. She thought she held all the cards. She was wrong. The second she left, I called a locksmith and changed the locks. I updated every password and alerted my bank. That's when the entitlement kicked in. Her father, a small-time contractor who thinks he's a mob boss, emailed me demanding severance pay for the year she spent living with me. I told him to talk to my lawyer. Then, she tried to ruin my career. She called my firm's ethics tip line claiming I was embezzling. Since I'm a forensic accountant, I had logs of everything. I handed my laptop to my boss and said, "Audit me." They found nothing on me, but they found plenty of evidence of her harassment. By Friday, she tried to use a credit card I'd already canceled to buy jewelry. When it declined, she sent me a text threatening to reveal my secrets if I didn't turn it back on. I blocked her. Saturday morning, she and her mother showed up at my door, trying to kick it in while filming me, claiming I was holding her clothes hostage. I'd already moved her stuff to a storage unit and taped the key to the door. I told them to leave or get arrested for trespassing. Sunday was the breaking point. It was raining, and I saw her on my doorbell cam huddled on the porch, crying. I almost felt bad until I saw her checking her phone every few seconds to see if I was watching. She wasn't sad. She was performing. Then, she stood up, walked to my car, and keyed the entire driver's side. Deep. I caught it all in 4K. When the cops arrived, she tried this scared victim act. I just showed the officer the footage of her vandalizing my car. In New York, that's a felony if the damage is over $1,500 and my car is a high-end import. They cuffed her right there. Her father texted me later that night, threatening to use his connections to pull my CPA license because I got his daughter arrested. That was his biggest mistake. I knew his business. I spent the next day cross-referencing his public building permits with the cash-only kitchen remodels he always bragged about at dinner. The guy was underreporting hundreds of thousands in income to dodge taxes and workers' comp. I sent a massive tip to the IRS and the State Department of Labor. By Tuesday, his job sites were shut down with stop work orders. My ex showed up at my office, frantic, saying her dad's accounts were frozen and her interior design firm was under investigation. She begged me for a $120,000 loan. That's when the real twist dropped. I'd looked into her firm's files on our shared computer. She wasn't just greedy, she was a fraud. She'd been day trading on margin using her dad's business as a guarantor and lost $120,000. Worse, she'd been running a mini Ponzi scheme. She had 3 other investors, guys she was seeing behind my back, who gave her money because she told them I was managing the funds. She used my professional reputation to scam her side pieces. We had a final meeting at her lawyer's office. Her dad looked like he was about to have a stroke. I laid out 2 binders. One had the tax fraud evidence, and the other had the notarized statements from the men she'd scammed. I told them, "I already sent the tax info, but I won't testify about the wire fraud and identity theft if she pleads guilty to the felony vandalism and signs a total waiver of any claims to my life." Her father realized she'd nearly sent them both to federal prison. He forced her to sign everything. The fallout was total. Because of the tax liens and the margin debt she'd tied to his business, the brokerage firm liquidated his equipment. His trucks, his tools, gone. He's out of business. My ex had to move back into her mom's tiny apartment and works at a dry cleaner's now. Part of her check is garnished every month to pay for my car repairs and the money she stole from those other guys. I get a small check in the mail every month. I don't need it, but I cash it just to know she's still paying for her entitlement. The numbers finally add up, and I've never felt better. I guess you could say her investment in me really didn't pay off, unlike your subscription to this channel, which always yields high-value drama. Would you like me to draft a formal cease and desist letter or perhaps help you outline another story?